All right, what's up and what's going on, y'all? This is Alex, and this is Poker with Alex, of course, and welcome to the channel. This right here, I just got back. Not just got back. I'll take that back. Went fishing this morning, and got a little R&R over at the beach around the corner from the house. So, like I said, I like to mix it up. I'm a poker player as well as a big fisherman. So did pretty good. Nothing to keep as far as what you allow. Right now, whenever we fishing, you got to have certain size limits. And I was catching speckled trout, but I couldn't get anything over 14 inch. So basically, if it's 14 and under, you can't keep them. If it's 15 to 20, then we allow. But that was the case. So wasn't able to catch anything that I could keep, but I did get one PB sand trout. So if you know about fishing, you know about sand trout, you know about saltwater fishing, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, without further ado, man, first I want to say thank you to the people that are liking and subscribing to the channel. I don't try to come in and sugarcoat anything when I'm talking about it. I'll never tell anybody to do something that's going to be costly in their decision making. So when it comes to gambling, we can look at poker as gambling, but at the same time, it's more of a strategy than it is recognized as what I consider gambling. Gambling to me is when you got guys that are going to a casino and they're rolling craps, they're playing roulette, they're playing blackjack, slot machines, whatever type of game that's in the casino other than poker. I honestly feel that those are more gambling levels than what you see in a poker game. When it comes to sports betting, I don't believe in sports betting. I don't carry no bookies. I don't bet on games. I don't mess around with anything like that because I got a livelihood to protect. I got responsibilities that have to be met. And the last thing I'm going to ever allow myself to do is get myself so caught up in something that can cause problems for me in the long run when it comes to keeping my home, my truck, bills paid on time, credit cards, all that type of stuff, man. Those are responsibilities. And those are the things that you should always keep being able to handle those type of situations. You should never have a situation where if you're gambling and you're trying to make money up. Now, if you're living in a situation where you don't have money like that and you have to do that, I get it, because I grew up knowing people that actually gamble for their rent, gamble for their whatever, you know, when they wanted something. That's the way they seen it was gambling. I spoke to somebody the other day and I said that I may take a break. And they said, well, I'm not going to take a break. I need money. They said they need. So that word right there, as soon as they said they need, that's when I said, got you. Because when you don't want it, that means that you are hooked into a situation that may not be the best outcome in the end. So anyway, that's that on that. Now, let's get into something that has been, it's been played for years, but now it's almost a regular on the scene, and that is PLO Bombpots. If you don't play in an area where this is available to you, PLO Bombpots are 2 boards. You get 4 cards, and you play the best 2 out of your hand. You have to use 2 cards. The only time you don't have to use 2 cards is say like you have a 4 of a kind. If you have 4 of a kind, you're still using 2 because it doesn't matter. You got the 4th card. So therefore you got 4 of a kind, and whatever you got, it can be as low as a 2. You're going to win because nobody else can beat 4 of a kind. You just can't. It's not going to happen. But that is the way you play it. And you can look online and you'll see it. But this right here says the best way to play PLO Bombpots in Texas, right? Because that's where we play it at. We play it down here in Texas, is to prioritize extreme nut peddling and focus on hands with equity on both boards. You should always have a shot at both boards. You don't want to just try to get one. You want to say, if I'm playing in this, and this is what I do, I look at both boards and I try to make sure that I got a shot at both of them. I may miss on one, but I better make sure that I can hit that other one because it can get costly and you can make good money at it. And if you don't understand how to strategize to get at least one of them boards, it can cost you money, and that's not what you want. But if you do hit, you can make a lot of money, and you also can sweep, right? You also can sweep, which is what I did yesterday. I had pocket queens and I hit trip queens, right? With a king on the board. So it came out king, queen, queen. That was the flop. I had queen, I had a pair of queens in my hand. I also had a king, but I couldn't make a boat out of that because, of course, I would need another king or another queen. If another queen comes on board, I got quads. But if another king hits, then of course, yeah, I can take it down with that boat, of course. But what happened at the end was the turn card was a river, turn card was a jack, and the river card was a jack, which gave me queens over jacks. So I was able to scoop because I had the queens in my hand for the top board. The player that went against me, he had nothing. I had a pair of queens for the top, and he was playing bottom. You see what I'm saying? You always want to make sure that when you're playing this game, you want a shot at both of the boards. If you don't see anything that's possible for both boards, 9 times out of 10, it's wise to fold because it's going to get costly. It says with equity on both boards, usually in double board formats. Because these spots are typically 4 and 5 times the big blind, the key is to avoid stacking off with one board. You get what I said that before. Hands and to target splitting with weak players while only committing big chips with the nuts on at least one board. All right. It says key strategies to Texas PLO Bombpots. Target the nuts, prioritize high value exclusive nuts like nut flushes or top sets rather than second and third nuts, which means you don't want a straight and you can only take it to the 6 when somebody else can take it to the 8, right? You feel what I'm saying? If you got a straight and it goes to the 8, 9 times out of 10, somebody's got that nut. If it goes to the 10, 9 times somebody's got that nut. If it goes to the queen, 9 times somebody's got that nut for a straight. You get what I'm saying? The higher the value of the straight, the more positive it's going to be for that other person. You have to play it and understand what I'm talking about. But like I said, check out the videos, man. You will see it. Play 2 board hands. Aim for starting hands that have strong potential to connect with both boards. If you only have a hand on one board, you are often fighting for only half the pot. You get what I'm saying? Which causes a chop against someone holding the other side. Now, in my opinion, that part is definitely true. But if you have a locked in board, let's say you do flop quads, right? And you flop your quads on that top board. The bottom board, you know you probably don't have, but can you make money, right? Let's say you got the top board locked up, and let's say you got 3 players who have the same hands, right? Every last one of them is fighting for that bottom board, right? And when that bottom board comes and you know you don't have a shot at it, but let's say you first to act, it'd be wise to pass. Don't bet. Let the players do the betting for you. I'm going to score off with the highest quad. I'm just going to say aces because nothing can beat quad aces, right? There's no opportunity somebody's going to beat your hand. You got quad aces, you got the best hand. So let's just make it simple. Quad aces. Now that bottom board is going to be fought for. And what you want to do is, since you know you have it on lock, you're not trying to get people to leave. You want them to stay because you're going to get part of that pot. But you want to build it up. So let them other 3 bet it out. All you do is smooth call. When that turn card comes, smooth call. When that river card comes, though, now fire, right? Call pot. If all 3 of them missed, you're going to sweep because they're all going to feel, hey, I missed it, right? Let's say they do hit it. And let's backtrack a little bit. Let's say one of them got a shot at it, right? Let's just say you're going to split it, right? Let's just say you're going to split it. Make it simple. The other 2 missed, 1 person hit it. Now, you got the other 2 to still call for the money. When they call for the money, when they call for them cards they need, they just call the bets, right? Now, when them bets all come in, you and that other person are going to split the pot. Now, let's say it is 3, and let's say all 3 are missed. If you go pot by the time it builds up, because somebody's going to bet. They always do, right? They always do. When they're betting, and when a river card comes in and you go pot, 9 times out of 10, you could probably scoop. 9 times out of 10, you're probably scoop. So he said avoid overvaluing straights. Flop straights are often traps. Anybody know about Bombpots? You're going to learn. Straights do not mean jack in the bomb pot. For some reason, the board always pairs and it turns into a boat, or it turns into a nut flush for someone. It could turn into a straight flush for somebody. It can happen. So never depend on your straights, right? Flop straights are often traps in bomb pots, as they can easily be outdrawn or chopped by better straights in multi-action, right? If you come in with a low straight, 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to beat you out and get that top. I see it rare that it ever happens that somebody is able to get a low straight in. It can happen, but it's very rare. The percentage of that taking place and holding up, it's going to be rare. But you get players that will bet right into it. People that don't understand bomb pots, they will bet it. And I know players that do. I know players, as soon as they hit the low straight, they just start firing. They just start firing away. And somebody's got a higher straight. They're just sitting back waiting. They're just sitting back looking at him and saying, all right, he think he got the straight, I guess. So let me keep on going with him. I'm going to go potting on that river. If nothing happens and I don't have to worry about a flush, the board doesn't pair, and I think my high straight is still good, I locked it in, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to call pot, and I'm going to make that person with that low straight call, because he or she does not understand that their low straight is no good. And I'm going to take that board from them. All right. Small ball initial bets. Rather than immediately betting full pot, use smaller bets to realize your equity cheaply and only pile. Bet large. Bet large when you have locked down at least one board. I said this earlier. That is when you go for the kill. When you first do it, all you want to do is wet everybody's bill. That's all you want to do. Put that carrot in front of them. Make them think they still got a shot at it. You get what I'm saying? I cannot tell you how many times people that play bomb pots automatically start saying pot. They can't resist. Everybody, especially down here, I've played other places and I've seen people respect the game of bomb pots, and I've seen people where I live, man, you think you're in a dice shootout. I ain't lying. They throw money out there and say pot. It's automatic. I don't know why, but they say pot. They just do it. Positional awareness. Position is critical. Check fold early if you have no equity, and check call when in doubt. Don't ever just bet, man, because I'm going to say, if you got 2 pair, do not bet. If you got 2 pair and it does not look like it has any, if you got 2 pair, right, and you know your chances of getting a boat is slim to none because your 2 pairs on one board, but one of your cards is at the top, right? One of your cards is at the top. 9 times out of 10, you took your outs away from getting a boat. So if somebody bets, hey, regardless of how the turnout is, you want to save money. You want to say the best decision is not to chase it. Let it go. Just let it go. All right. Common Texas bomb pot scenarios. Double board. The most popular Texas format where everyone posts 4 cards are dealt and 2 flop, turner, rivers are shown, right? Action management. If you have the nuts on one board, but nothing on the other, avoid large betting battles if others are involved, as you are likely chopping, right? You get players that automatically do that too. It could be heads up and you're going to chop. And it is so crazy that the player you up against, they still betting. And you're looking at them like, you don't want to go off, but you do go off. You say, idiot, you know that we're about to chop. Why are you betting? I'm called you because I got a hand. I'm not going anywhere. So we're wasting time. Just let it go. And I do that. When I know I got the board locked up, man, let's say, for instance, if I got locked up, I don't even know I got the bottom board. But let's just say for some reason, that person betted because he was trying to bet me off. He has nothing, and they tried to bluff, right? I already got one of the boards locked up. Let's just say, for instance, I do call, right? And I just call it. I'm mad because the person is doing it. I'm giving them benefit of the doubt that they know what they're doing. But a lot of times, it's because they are trying to bluff. And what happens? it turns into you sweeping, which is what took place yesterday. When I had that boat on the bottom, that's all I thought I had. I thought that person had the top board. I thought we was going to chop it. We had a third wheel that was in there, and I thought we was going to get his money. Come to find out, the person that still bet it, I called him, and no, I didn't. We both checked it. We checked it down. I take that back. We did check the river. We checked it because I thought I had the bottom. He had the top. So I checked first. It was on me. I checked, and then he checked. We turned our cards over, and he missed. So he didn't try to bluff. He missed. And I wound up scooping because my queens voided out his hand, and I took the top board as well. So there you go. But anyway, that is strategy, a little lesson on how you play Bombpots. I'm going to tell you, the best Bombpots to me to play are the ones that are uncapped. If you play in a poker room and they tell y'all Bombpots are capped, a lot of times it could be a hit and miss for you because it's hard to get people to fold when a Bombpot is capped. Where I play at, if we do it during the daytime, in the evening time, we start at 10 o'clock, then it's capped until 6. After 6, the gloves come off. You can do what you want. It's still limit, but it's not capped. You can go as high as it can go. Whatever happens, put it out there, and no, there's you can only go whatever the board is, right? You get what I'm saying? You can't just say off the rip $1,000. No, you gotta, it's limit. So it's pot limit Omaha, so you can only do the limit. But when you got a cap one, it just means you cannot bet no more than 25. If you want to bet 25, 9 times out of 10, that's because 5 people came in, 6 people came in, and they just cap it at 25, no matter what. And you throw 25 out. A lot of people play it. A lot of people don't like playing it once they get a taste of it and realize and say, I can't repot, because if you don't repot, then how you going to bet people off, right? So if you got people that are playing the pot side of it, then they're going to call the 25. They may go away after the river card or whatever, but they're trying to get there. And if they got to bet 25 a session to see it, they don't mind. That goes back to saying, just because it's capped at 25, it does not mean you have to put 25 out there. If you want to throw another 5 out, just throw 5, right? You got something. You're not there yet. Somebody makes it simple. And a lot of times it's best just to check. If nobody has nothing, check it down. Just check. And then hopefully somebody will get there. And then when they get there, they can go 25. You got to remember, if it's 9 people in the hand, that's $40 already out there, right? $40 already out there. You can get $40 in one scoop. If everybody misses, you're going to make $40. But if they are betting and they keep it low and keep it affordable, and it says 5, 10, maybe 15, and you know you got a chance at something, throw out the 15. It may not seem like it is better than throwing out the 25 because there's only 2 more chips. If they throw 15, there's only $10 more. But it is something about it. It is just something about that 25, because that 25 adds up to $80 quick. If everybody's just doing what they're doing, it adds up quick. So you basically, when it comes to cap, that's why I try now to go in the evening time, because it's uncapped and you can make your money at the top of the hour, and at the bottom of the hour, you could be sitting well over $200 to $300 in front of you quick. It can happen in cap games as well, but when you do it uncapped, and let's say you lock it in, you can really make a lot of money real quick, or you can lose, so you better know what you're doing. I always say again, that when you are doing this, try to play both boards. Make sure you got opportunity for the top and bottom. If you only got an opportunity for one, then that means you're going to wind up splitting, and you got to be very cautious on how you maneuver, because that top board, if you don't have it locked in, you can lose it, and that means you're going to lose your chips. So again, with that said, this is about Bombpots. This is Poker with Alex, and like I said, man, I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the subscribes, and I'm about to go get my hands in some poker. PLO as well. With that said, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Peace.